To our new edition of The Take. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick Diggs, here on Connect TV. Glad you joined us here on this Thursday, November 14th, 2019. Thank you all for watching once again. Don't forget to subscribe here on The Take. If you like the pop culture entertainment moments on Weekly Dose, this is your show right here at The Take. But hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend, call a friend, subscribe. So we appreciate you. First day first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Take here on Connect. Let's get to it. Let's get to the big story. The big story this week is, now man, a lot of things has gone on with rapper T.I. Rapper T.I. stirred up more controversy this past week when he appeared on our podcast, and he brought up the fact that he goes with his daughter, Deja, his 18-year-old daughter, to see if her hymen is all in place. You won't believe the controversial statements that T.I. made. Take a look.
It's also dangerous. T.I. went on a podcast recently and said some creepy stuff about his 18-year-old daughter.
We have yearly trips to the gynecologist to check her hymen.
Oh,
I say, look, doc,
she's not.
she don't ride no horses, she don't ride no bikes, she don't play no sports, man. Just check the hymen, please. And give me back my results.
Oh, geez.
Expeditiously.
No.
I will say, as of her 18th birthday, her hymen is still intact.
First, virginity is a myth anyway. Virginity, which usually references penis and vagina sex, is not a scientific term, but instead a social, cultural, and religious construct that enforces discrimination against women. Plus, there are plenty of people out there who technically never lose their virginity if you're talking about it in the biblical sense. What if you're gay, lesbian, bisexual, pansexual, queer, trans? Pretty hard to fit into that narrow definition of virginity if you're not a cis woman getting freaky with a cis man.
Only a woman.
And sex isn't just that one grand act, but rather a beautiful, sexy range of intimate experiences that people should be able to define themselves. Next, what T.I. said is based on bad science. Basically, a broken hymen isn't an indicator of sexual intercourse. The hymen is a thin tissue with no known function that stretches across the opening of your vagina. But here's the thing, just like every other part of our bodies, not every hymen is the same. Yes, it can totally cover the opening to your vagina, and it can also cover just part of it. And some people are born with so little tissue, they don't really have a hymen at all. Your hymen can be stretched open when you have sex, or it could not. It's a flexible tissue, and it can also be stretched out by putting in a tampon for the first time, or doing physical activities like riding a bike. And to round out Natalie's rant, the hymen myth perpetuates policing women's sexuality. Policing a teen's sexuality by checking if her hymen is intact is crossing a boundary and teaching her that she doesn't have any sexual agency. No one has agency over a person's body except that person. My body, my business.
Hell yes!
And T.I. checking in on his daughter's hymen is not so far off from the dangerous, common practice of virginity testing that sadly is still happening in countries everywhere, from Egypt to India to the UK and Canada. Virginity testing is an exam where a girl or woman's hymen is inspected or tested, and is usually performed by doctors, community leaders, or police.